Okay, so left turn.
Are we going to go along here or up
Either one,
there?
yeah. I'd go into the sort of next one, so a little right left here.
Yeah.
Okay, just a little bit more throttle. We try and avoid getting it too fast, but if you give it some and then back it off, it'll kind of roll for a while. Good. Then just all the way down to the end. While we're doing it, turn on the auto throttle switch. Just hold that switch up until it locks in. Just flick it, that's in. Good. Terrain. And also, if you push your little WX button, that'll turn on your weather radar. Good. So if there's any rain about, we'll pick that up. So you got your bearings basically. We're going to take off north, and Christchurch is basically down that way on the other side of the water. And you can see the windsocks giving you that wind as well. Good, let's keep coming around. You're trying to get the middle of the runway actually in about this part of the windscreen, not behind here. That's when it's sort of perfectly centred. But anywhere near enough is good enough, because you'll do the rest with your feet once we get rolling.
That seems
Okay, so back the throttles off if they're not already. Good. Pull that to a stop. Right, okay. So the basic takeoff procedure is just going to be both throttles. I'll just show it to you for a minute, but what will happen is you push them both forward until they're pointing at the number 4 here, so about 40% of the thrust. And then you wait for them to stabilise. I'm holding the brake so we're not moving. When they stabilise like that, you've got a little toga button hiding under there.
Oh, yeah,
when you press that, the throttles will take over automatically. Okay, and at that point...
Is it on both sides or just on this side?
No, I've got one on this side. If I was flying, I've got one on my side. If you're flying, you've got one on your side. Okay, I'll pull those engines back. So that's 40% stable, and then you hit your toga button. At that point, all you're going to do is steer with your feet. So just little adjustments left and right. Show me how you're moving your pedals, just so you're happy you've got it right. Put your heels down. Put your heels down on the floor. Yep. So you just push against them with your toes. That's
right,
it. Yep.
And
left. Yep. And you'll hear the computer call V1 and rotate. So rotate's going to be back to about there. Remember, you're going to see that little flight director, those pink lines.
Yep.
If you pull the little square up towards the pink line, that's going to be about perfect. We're also going to try and level off at 4,000 feet. So you're going to hear a warning about 1,000 feet before that, and at some point there you're going to need to try and push forward to try and push the nose down to level us off. Okay. Apart from that, let's get out of here. We'll soon see what's going to happen. Okay, steering with your feet. Okay, speed is alive. 80 knots. V1, rotate. Just smoothly, that's good. Okay, positive rate, gear up. So just pull it up towards the pink line a little bit more, that's fine. Okay, set our initial speed to flaps up speed. Okay, that pink line is just going to drop as we start to get closer to 4,000. We'll need to let the nose drop down a little bit. Not quite yet. Flaps to 1. That's your warning telling you you've got 1,000 feet left.
So should I start dropping it?
No, just stay with those pink lines. You'll see you're just below the pink line. as we get closer, that pink line will start to come down to you. There we go, here it goes. Flaps up. Good. And we're just basically going to fly like this until we hit Whitby, and then make a left turn. So just try and hold us around 4,000 feet. Okay, I'm just going to press this LNAV button. It's going to take us out of heading select mode, and it's going to start making us follow that pink line. So you'll see the flight director will just move you off to the left a little bit as it takes you directly towards Whitby. And we're going to start to go for a bit more speed. It's up to about 240 knots. Good, okay, now your flight director's about to move as we make this left turn heading south. So just smoothly follow it around. And now that we're past Whitby, we can start our climb. So I'm going to dial up a higher altitude. Flight level 360. And hit the old level change button, and you'll see that it also starts to command you to pull your nose up there. Then just follow him up smoothly. This is where you get the famous look at the blue sky. All you can see out the front is blue sky. You get a bit steep in the bank there. Probably just start to push the nose down and come out of the bank a tiny bit. You'll get a good view of the airport we left from shortly out your left-hand window. Alright, beautiful. After takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds are on. Packs auto. Landing gear is up and off. Flaps are up. No lights. After takeoff checklist is complete.
Wait, so we're going to flight level 360
Yep.
or 320?
Sorry, 320. Well spotted. That's what happens when you don't have air traffic control. And we've just come through 10,000, so you can turn off the lights. These ones, yep. And I'll turn them off on my side. We can also, once we go through 10,000, we can go faster. So if you dial this speed up to 280 knots, what you'll find is the pink line will normally go down a bit so that you can effectively go faster. Perfect. So you start to get a bit of a view there, and we're still basically just on the south. We've only just turned around, so we're still on the south tip of the North Island, and then basically, Christchurch is over the water down that way.